Alrighty, folks, we are already in February, damn near the ORAD event coming up in 8 days. I'm curious to catch up with Mr. Steven Dao as we look at the real estate market, the mortgage market. What is going on as we start 2026? Is it doing better than 2025 in your opinion?
Did you say rate-wise or just the market?
Like transactions, volume, customer interest, all of that stuff. And of course, let's do that marketing spiel so we don't get in trouble.
Although I work very happily for Velocity Mortgage Capital, all the ideas and topics discussed on this channel, that of my own. So let's get another one going. I think that the market, they're a little skittish, right? I
Okay.
think
Yeah.
going into 2026 had the optimism, but with a lot of things going on worldwide, locally, geopolitical, just I think people are a little nervous.
Okay.
And so investing into like instability, I think, is what's kind of maybe holding people back, even if, we have some pretty good, like rate environment and things of that nature.
Yeah.
I mean, we're still seeing a good amount of volume, just not to the extent of what we thought, going into 2026 with all the,
Sure.
The talk and everything else. And so that's just my personal kind of feeling.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's interesting to think about because again, when you look at the consumer, which obviously the consumers are borrowers, right? They're purchasers,
Right.
borrow sellers, right? They're part of this. Especially the last week or so, right? There's been this kind of jolt to the market. You've obviously seen Bitcoin go down 50%. You've seen silver crash 40%.
Right.
You've seen the tech stocks, right? My network is full of tech individuals and they're just getting hammered, especially in software, which I spent 20 years.
Right.
And, that has what's often called a negative wealth effect, right? When people's paper wealth, drops quickly, all they do is pull back and get fearful. And then on top of that, to your point, the labor market has been showing signs of true stress. Challenger just reported that January was the worst month for layoffs since 2009. We just had weekly unemployment claims spike 20K week to week. ADP report was horrible at 22,000. It's just, I think there's generally malaise in the job market and obviously a lot of fear. You've heard big layoffs at Amazon and elsewhere.
Exactly.
So I think people are pulling back going, am I next maybe?
Well, I think again, certain regions, of course, and then, I think for the type of occupations that were impacted by the layoffs, they're a specific income class, I think, generally speaking.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, not to generalize too much, but I would imagine most of those people may be renters versus owners. And so that could impact, landlords as well. So I don't know, man. I don't want to psychoanalyze the general population, but I mean, it's fun to kind of guesstimate. But as I'm looking at, so far, just the 6th day of the month, our pipelines are pretty good. I mean, again, the whole like 80-20 rule, 20% of our team, sales team does a lot. So the normal 20% are like
crushing. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of business out there. I think it's just what type, but for us, we're still, on pace.
Yeah. Velocity Mortgage is just such a solid player because you do what you do well. You don't change. You don't pivot with the wind.
Right.
Also, I think I'm going to ask because I think you whispered in my ear, February 1st, you guys did something, right?
Well, yeah, it's done in a promotional way, but basically, we lowered our rates. It's all how you frame it, but yes, we basically lowered our rates about 0.5%. So that's kind of sparked a little bit of more enthusiasm and interest. And so, but I mean, for me personally, I'm already in double digits as far as loans already, and it's only 6th of the month. So as far as for submissions, but obviously those submissions turn to loans, so on and so forth. But
the other thing going on, Ken McElroy's been very clear on this. Ken McElroy, he's been putting out a lot of content recently talking about how he was hurt in the GFC. And basically he was hurt because his cash flow got really tight, right? He still was, rich on paper, but he didn't have as much cash as he, looking back that he should have. And what he's saying about 2026 is 2026 is going to make millionaires and bust people out. And I think that's really interesting because, again, you and I have been talking about this 50-40-10. We've been talking about, people being like Arnold Schwarzenegger and buy an apartment building and live in one of the units, kind of house hack apartment buildings. And I just think that this year is going to be an opportunity for people who are grinders, who do the work, follow up, disrespectful offers, get creative. Because again, I think to Ken's point, I think there's going to be a lot of people that are forced to sell. And if you're in the environment and you're working with somebody creative like yourself at Velocity, there are lots of deal structures that you haven't even thought of yet.
I think again, with our product being so much more accommodating and flexible in a lot of areas that most lenders aren't, I think people just don't realize what's available as far as solutions to some of their their problems. And so yeah, I would agree with you. Yeah, I think it just depends on the borrower as far as how they're structured. You know what I mean? How easy it would be to qualify for financing if obviously they got great credit, they're seasoned, lots of money in the bank, stuff like that, versus somebody brand new, maybe not as seasoned, you know what I mean? Barely fits the requirement for reserves and everything else. So I think it really just depends on that. Obviously, if you're pretty seasoned, you could take some big chances in this market, I think. Yeah, I mean, with the optimism, obviously, I think from my standpoint, because as I'm sitting on this side, I want the market to do well.
Sure.
So that's where I
Yeah,
have
there's no
somewhat of a
secret.
vested interest. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but my personal opinion, I mean, I don't know. I know there's a lot of business going on.
Yeah, I'll tell you this because I've been doing this almost 30
yeah. Who
years
you been
now.
talking to? What about the other boys, like Matt the Mortgage guy and Convoy and them? They've been telling
Well, I
you
think,
anything?
I think it's really interesting because, again, Matt the mortgage guy is very much more conventional, kind of, approve eligible or not. And that's doing a lot of refis right now. Convoy's doing a lot of DSCR loans, a lot of investors getting out of other, asset types, hard money, things of that nature. But when I think about Velocity Mortgage, that's the player that I think you guys are the ones that are going to eat the most in 2026 because of the flexibility.
Right.
All right. You may not have the best rates, but again, you're the only person that gets the deal done. So that's really all that matters, right? The kind of plan B that you and I've joked about a bunch.
Right.
And I really think that 50-40-10 is going to be the answer, or a version of that, right? It doesn't have to be 50-40-10. It could be, I don't know, 70-20-10 or, whatever. That CLTV, combined loan to value, is going to be how people get deals done. Because there are, to Ken's point, and I agree with, 2026 is going to be the year of forced sellers. And it's coming. I'm already seeing the inventory. Right now, it's still priced wrong, but give it 90 days, give it 100 days, let days on market hit triple digit. And banks are going to have enough. I've been there when banks capitulate and banks give up. And it's going to be really fun. I think 2026 is going to be the year that ORAT fans do some of the best deals they've ever done.
Oh, I mean, I'm hoping so. I think again, as we stay on the channel for a while, I think people start to kind of really understand and grasp the concept, I think, a little bit better over time. And then they're able to, because I'm getting a lot of interest. I'm just so sad. A couple people got stuck in quarantine, unfortunately, from last week. And then also with the freeze and everything else, I had a couple of days where I wasn't like fully down, but then just trying to dig out of my driveway and just opening the front door and just, you know what I mean? Stuff like
Yeah, I
that.
gotcha.
You know
Stuff
what I mean?
like simple things, like
Simple
getting on the
things.
road.
Yeah, like I didn't even leave the house for like 5 days because I couldn't
Oh
even
my
like.
gosh.
Yeah, we had like 3-4 inch thick, sheets of ice in the front of the house. Anyway,
Oh my gosh.
so yeah, I'm thinking that you know, um,
Yeah.
we should be able to get some good deals coming up
Yeah.
because people are hearing about it and trying to see how they apply it to that specific scenario. And so I'm getting a lot of like requests for information initially, rate, and then
Makes
kind of
sense.
like having them understand how to structure it, where it's financing coming from, because some people think that I'm providing the second mortgage as well.
Right.
So it's just sometimes just a lot of information
A little
gathering,
education.
but yeah.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I think people need to have a plan B lender. Velocity Mortgage is that for me. Again, this 90% CLTV loan is something I look to be executing on. I pitch in almost every deal that I'm looking at because, again, I'm looking for that seller who has motivation. If somebody wanted to reach out to you and get something started, what do they do?
Email is going to be the best. And again, I'll be better at checking the spam folder. I try to get to it, but 24 hours a day, man. It's sometimes like
I got
12:30 at night. I got to get sleep. Anyway, long story short, sdao@velocitymortgage.com. In the subject line, please put the acronym ORAAT. So it's easier for me to find. Five letters,
Yep.
easier for me to find your email. Body of the email, brief description, what you're looking for. Property address is going to be super helpful. At least city and state to make sure I lend there. Your mid FICO score and best phone number to reach you in typically 24, well, more like 48, 72 hours now. I'll be in touch.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Thanks again for doing this on Friday because I got busy on Thursday. Take care.
All good, Mike. Thanks, bud. Appreciate you.